Weekend tea time. Abbotsford's Nick Taylor in contention at the Genesis Scottish Open. Nick shot rounds of 67-66 to head into weekend play. 4 shots off the lead. He is currently 1 under through his opening 3 holes. He's tied for 4th as third round play continues. And I'm sure a lot of people out at the Chilliwack Open are paying close attention to that leaderboard. Vancouver Golf Tour is in Chilliwack at the Chilliwack Golf Club for this weekend's 36-hole Langley Concrete Group Chilliwack Open. And that's where we find the commish, Fraser Mulholland. The commish is all lathered up in his Banana Boat SPF 50 sunscreen. Good morning, Fraser. It's a hot one in the WAC this weekend for a golf course that can present a few dog-leg headaches for the players out there.
Thanks, Jay. It's a wonderful day. It is getting quite hot. I'm going to have to take this sweater off. But, yeah, we've got a great field in front of us today for the next 2 days. 50 professionals, 184 players in the field. Some of the feature markups today at 7:45, Jay Smitty, Con Lee, Jivan Sahota, and Stephen LeCure. 8:50 just coming up soon. Here is Jackson Jacobs, Cher Sadu, Jake Lane, Ilri Anzali. Later on this afternoon, Eugene Wong, Trevor Yu, James Allenby in the field today, who has the tournament record of 20 under par for 2 days. They'll all be fighting for the action in a $20,000 pro purse and $5,000 for first.
Hey, Commish, Chilliwack's very own Zach Olson coming out hot. He's 2 under through 3 holes. Looking at the pro field, David Hansen from the home course in Washington State, another American who's teeing it up on the Vancouver Golf Tour. Once again, Commish, as you mentioned, the pro field is looking very, very deep on the Vancouver Golf Tour.
Yeah, thanks to the organizing group at Chilliwack Golf Club. Avery Biggar did an amazing amount of work on this event, along with GM Ryan Turner, head professional Connor Odell, Caleb Fisher, the superintendent here. They've got the golf course in fantastic shape, and that's what it takes. It takes a team effort to put an event of this magnitude together, and then players from other regions will travel and come on up. There's not a lot to play down in Washington State unless you're a PGA of America professional, and those young players who need that experience, like David and some of the other players from the States, they do come up and play Vancouver Golf Tour for that experience, much like the BC pros and amateurs do as well.
Hey, Fraser, I've always enjoyed teeing it up at Chilliwack. It reminds me a bit of a blend between Pitt Meadows and the Richmond Country Club. Shout out to everybody who comes out to support the Langley Concrete Group Chilliwack Open. But it has a little bit of the Phoenix Open feel to it as well. Tell our viewers about that and how much your players enjoy that vibe from a certain notorious golf hole at Chilliwack.
Yeah, we call the Gatekeeper Beer Garden hole on 15. And, yeah, it's got a great feel, great amphitheater feel. With some bleachers set up there. They've got a little music playing in the background. The beer is flowing definitely for the amateur players who play in the morning to come watch the top players, especially on Sunday. It's a drivable par 4, so it's much like the amphitheater feeling at the Waste Management. Obviously much smaller, but it's a great local event for people to come out. So come on out and cheer these pros and the amateurs on, see some action, jeer them on if they 3-putt a little bit. You're going to see some good golf. You're going to see some pros going for the green, and it usually does come down to the last few holes.
Hey, Fraser, busy month of July on the Vancouver Golf Tour schedule. Thursday, you have the Greater Vancouver Board of Trade Pro-Am up at Westwood Plateau. July 26th, 27th, it's the Golden Ears Open at Pitt Meadows. That will lead us into the first week of August and the Northview Amateur presented by White Spot. And then, of course, the Vancouver Open later in August. Is there still room in these events for people to register?
Yeah, absolutely. Please, feel free to hop online, VancouverGolfTour.com for all the events, in particular for the Vancouver Open or the Charity Pro-Am on the Wednesday before, VancouverOpen.ca. We'd love to see you all out. There are some limited spots available for the Pro-Am. We're at 250 players out of 324 for the Van Open later in August. So get those registrations early, and we'd love to see you out.
Commish, it's heating up in the Valley. I'm going to put you in the hot seat. Gatekeeper's very own Doug Diamant teeing it up this weekend. So I'm going to set the over-under for Doug. Having played with him, I'm setting the over-under on his scorecard today at 78. Is the commissioner going over or under for Doug's scorecard from Gatekeepers?
Well, you don't know this, but Doug had an injury this morning. I'm going over. He had to pull out of the tournament, unfortunately.
No!
So, yeah. Unfortunately, he made a call this morning. I think he's got a hamstring issue, so he will not be in the field, but he will be cheering on the rest of the field, being part of the beer garden today.
Hey, we thank Doug for all of his support. Commish, have a great weekend. Find some shade and banana boat like crazy all weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jay.